Bing chilling, listeners. Welcome to the gift that keeps on giving, November 8th. It's my birthday, it's John Cena's birthday, and everyone in Ohio loves this day. What are your thoughts, AJ?
Is it actually John Cena's birthday?
I don't know. Should we go into that? I know Gordon Ramsay was born today. I don't know who else was.
I don't know. That's interesting. But this is a very special day for some of our subscribers might know this, but today it is the gift that truly keeps on giving every year.
November 8th. It's the best day every year, no matter what you say. Like every other president was elected this day. It's my favorite part about it.
John Cena was actually born on April 23rd, but close enough.
And in heart and in chocolate ice cream, he is here.
I still think it was really funny that he had to go on and apologize in Mandarin for saying Taiwan was a country.
Yeah, poor him. Luckily for us, we have one Singapore listener, but our show will probably be banned in China pretty quickly.
We're already banned.
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah, just for me mentioning it. You said the words Taiwan is a country, so now
No. Actually, let me rephrase. John Cena said Taiwan is a country. That is he actually did say that. He said it was the first country that
actually he said it
Fast 9 would be released in.
He said it in Mandarin. So was that really a direct quote from John Cena? I just remember the part where he says "Bing chilling."
Yeah, I don't think the Chinese people have access to our podcast anyway, so...
Yeah, they do. Dude, it's the internet. Everybody has access to our podcast.
Yeah, but China doesn't have open internet.
Oh, that's right.
Did you forget about the Great Firewall?
Yeah, the Great Firewall.
They only allow, Chinese-owned companies to, social media, so there's no
or
Spotify,
Google.
there's no
Google.
YouTube,
Google
no
just
Google.
Has to be no, Google's there. It just has to be censored.
No, they don't have Google there.
I
Or
could've
they
sworn
do,
did.
but it's no one uses it because there's the
Yeah.
Chinese version of Google that everyone uses.
Well, because Google, I remember there was a big deal about this where Google wanted into the Chinese market, and they were like, hey, come on, let us in there. China's like, okay, but we're gonna censor everything on your search engine, and Google's like, let me think about it, and then China's like, all right, then we just won't go with Google, and Google's like, nah, you can censor us.
Yeah, because there's just so many people. But anyway, let's talk more about November 8th. Joseph James D'Angelo was also born on November 8th, and guess what he's famous for?
What's he famous for?
He's a serial killer.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, his birthplace was Bath, New York.
Oh, that's
what? That's the stupidest name for a city I've ever heard.
Fun fact about November 8th. Ted Bundy claimed his first victim on November 8th.
I was gonna guess this guy was from Ohio because every serial killer seems to be in Ohio. It's just living in Ohio just makes you become a serial killer because how horrible it is.
We have insider information.
Yes, I would like to just give a big thank you to our one Ohio listener.
Our one consistent listener is from Ohio.
And I'd like to apologize that he lives in such a shitty state. Sorry to all my Ohio listeners, but it's just a bunch of fields.
No, it's got rolling hills. You want to see fields?
It is flat. Ohio is flat.
AJ, you don't know flat until you've looked out of the plane window flying over Kansas.
Well,
it is literally flat. It is like this table.
But
there's nothing there. It is just a barren wasteland.
I'm sorry to all my Ohio listeners. And, yeah.
All right, we're going to move on from November 8th to our real topics for this episode. AJ, would you like to bring us in on the first one?
Yes. So, last night, I finally decided to watch American Psycho. And it's quite an interesting movie.
Yeah, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this movie from the 90s, it's about to get spoiled for you.
No, it's 2000.
Dude, the year 2000 was more 90s than 2000s
basically,
anyway.
But it's been 21 years, you've had enough time.
You've had plenty of time to watch the movie. If you were born in 2000, you're old enough to see it in theaters because it's an R movie. So you had your chance. We're reviewing the movie. What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. Bro, the ending though, oh my god. I was mad. But it's such a weird ending.
What about the ending makes you mad?
It's just he just sits there and is like, "Oh, I've gone beyond my insanity." And he basically realizes that nobody cares. Because there's two theories to the movie, right? There's the theory that it was all in his head. And there's the other one that everyone's so self-obsessed with themselves, they just don't care and don't notice his killings.
Maybe. All right. Now, the only piece of evidence to support the bit that it all happened in his head is the part where he uses one handgun and he blows up two police cars and then it gets away with it.
Yeah, the part I think there's part like that sort of stuff I think did happen in his head because he even says in the movie that he's losing his grip. He feels like he's about to cross the line to just go completely insane.
Yeah, that bit at the end with like he tries to put the kitten in the ATM and then he kills that woman that walks up to him.
I think that part happened in his head, but like killing the homeless guy and like killing the girls, I think he did all that.
Yeah, well, I think maybe even he killed that woman, but I don't think he won a shootout with the police. I just don't think that.
And then obviously Jared
happened.
Leto, who plays Paul Allen, I'm almost certain he killed him, even though at the end his lawyer says, no, I had dinner with Paul Allen in London, but I think that's just his lawyer giving him an alibi. He's like, no, we're done talking about this. Paul Allen's alive, and he's like basically like, oh, this joke isn't funny anymore, and he walks away because he wants the conversation to end.
Yeah, alright, that's true. What did you think of Willem Dafoe's character?
Why is he in the movie? He doesn't do anything. Other than, like, he makes...
Yeah, he shows up as, like, the nosy cop, and then... Well, because the whole thing
he
is...
just makes Christian Bale anxious.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is just like, oh, it's just regular old Norman Bates. What could he be doing? That's his character's name?
Patrick Bateman.
Bates?
Patrick Bateman.
Norman Bates is Bates Motel.
That's why you go Bateman mode. You get the headphones in, you listen to Walking on Sunshine, you go Bateman mode.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't believe I just said Norman Bates.
That is not his name.
The guy from the movie Psycho from the 60s. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's a close name.
I guess they both have Psycho in the name, but
I don't know. I won't lie to you, it's been a while. When it got taken off Netflix for a while, I was pretty upset. I didn't watch it. I haven't seen it in like a year or so.
But the director, she came out and said that she was certain in her mind that he did commit those killings.
Okay, there's one thing that I really have to take into question, and it's him throwing the chainsaw at the hooker while she runs down the stairs.
I don't doubt that. I think that happened.
You think he killed her with that? There's no way that killed her.
Well,
there's no way he threw a chainsaw effectively enough to kill her.
Yeah, but I think she definitely would have like gotten hit by it, and then he could have just gone down the stairs and finished the job.
Yeah, that's true, and trust me, it does not take much to get laid open with one.
So I definitely think that killing is real, and it was really creepy when he walks into the apartment looking for the bodies, and everything's just been covered up, and she's like, "Don't come back here."
Yeah.
Like the lady, she's just like, "No." She's like, "Oh, you see the ad in the Times?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "There was no ad in the Times." She's like, "Oh." And then she's like, "I think it's best you leave."
Yeah, I like that whole part with like...
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm mad at the ending, because I kind of like how it's like ambiguous, but it's just, it was a really interesting way. And Christian, it showed to me why Christian Bale is such an amazing actor. Because he, like, there's not, like, let's say in the past, like, 20 years, there's not many actors like him. There's some, but, like, he's, like...
We talked about this last episode, how the stuff he goes through for his roles.
I know, he's like...
He
method
tortures
actors.
himself.
There's method actors. Jared Leto is in this movie, but, like, Jared Leto, all he did is when he was doing method acting for Joker, he just sent his co-stars a bunch of creepy stuff, like used condoms, and was just, like, going insane for no reason.
He was just really creepy.
But it's like, then you take Heath Ledger, who was also a method actor, and his version of insanity and, like, making himself ready for the role wasn't just being a dick to all his co-stars. It was he locks himself in a hotel room for 30 days straight with nothing but, like, a notebook.
Yeah, that is definitely method acting at its finest.
Yeah, or like when, let's go back to Christian Bale, when he, like, turned himself into Dick Cheney, got, like, he put on, like 50 plus pounds, and then they had to give him, like, the fat chin.
Oh.
And he looks nothing like himself.
Oh, no, I wouldn't recognize him if I didn't know that was him.
No, they just did the same thing in The Batman, where, what's his name, Colin Farrell, I think? Yeah, Colin Farrell's playing the Penguin. They just made him, like, look... He totally changed how he looks. Like, if you showed me a picture of him in that movie, it looks nothing like Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I gotta say, though, #1 DC Penguin... Well, we can't touch on superheroes for too long, because that was our first episode. Danny DeVito Penguin.
That perfect casting choice.
The best one. He's so good. And then he bites that guy's nose off. It's such a cute little
Danny DeVito, what a great guy.
rendition of the Penguin.
Back to Christian Bale, though. It's just, like, his performance in the film is just... I don't know. It's just... It cemented that he was, like... this, and most of the films I've seen that he's in came out after this film. This is one of his earlier works.
Yeah,
I mean, he was like 27 in a second, like, but still pretty early. And I don't know, he's just such an amazing actor.
Yeah, that movie is, it's really something. when I was a kid, I remember I'd like heard about it and stuff, and I didn't know what it was about. I thought it would be like American Horror Story. No, it's like it's the strangest thing because like you can see there's these scenes where he's interacting with the other like Wall Street guys, and you can tell he's like losing his grip. Like when he goes totally nuts over the business card, and it goes into like all the fine detail, and he kills the guy for it just because of how nice his business card is.
Well, he was also mad about that guy having like a certain account. Like he was like the Jared Leto's character was in control of like their most famous account. He was getting the reservations at that fancy restaurant like immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. Christian Bale though, he did the only part that really made me uncomfortable was the sexual assault part.
But that's very common with serial killers, though.
That's true. Oh yeah, no,
and it's based off the book, so I'm pretty sure all that was in the book.
I'm sure it's much worse in the book, but I haven't read it.
I haven't read the book, but I'm assuming it's way more detailed. So.
Oh, I've got a fun one about books. You read any good books lately?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Have you ever read a Stephen King book?
Nope.
Want to hear a secret? They're the worst.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, bookworms, all respect to you. If you like Stephen King books, good on you. I cannot read a 500-page book. And, I read one.
Wait a minute. 500's not that long. Also, some of his books are way longer than 500. They're over 1,000 pages.
Yeah, it was 1,000 pages, and I read part of it, and then
Which one? You didn't mention the book.
Oh, I don't remember the name of it. It was like The Dark Half or something like that.
Oh, The Dark Tower.
No, it was not The Dark Tower. It was some weird book about this. I don't remember how many pages it was, to be honest. I read it years ago. It was like a writer, and then there's a copy of him that's going and committing all these crimes that he's writing in the books. And then the police come back and they're like, "Hey, your fingerprints are on these crimes, but you've been here. Your house is under guard. What's going on?" And then at the end, the copy of him just kind of shows up and gets eaten by crows, and that's it. I have
no idea what you're referring to.
Dude, it's the weirdest thing. I read this whole book cover to cover, and it took me a whole week. And then I finished the book, and I was like, I don't know. I still don't know what happened. I was like, what was the point of this? There was no reason for that book to get written. He does have
very complicated stories, but I don't know. You know, a really good book that I was given was The Hobbit. Bro, that book's fire.
That's a good one. I've read The Hobbit. That's a fire.
I read it, and I'm really happy because I read it before the movies came out. Dude, that was so long ago, but because my godfather gave it to me because he read it in what was it, middle school or something. And I read it, and it is very different from the movies, which I appreciated because they would take aspects, and obviously the Hobbit movies are. We're not gonna go to a full review, but they're okay, not nearly as good as Lord of the Rings, but. I just really enjoyed reading the book and then being able to watch the movies, which most properties I don't get that for because usually I watch the movie first.
Yeah. So I read The Hobbit, but I read it after the first book came out. I took interest, and my dad had
You mean the first movie?
The first movie, not the first book.
Yeah, the first book that came out in 1940s.
I read the one book after the first movie came out, and my dad had this really cool really old hard copy or hardcover copy of it, where it's this green book and it's got Elvish writing all over it. It's cool. Yeah, it was an enjoyable read. I haven't read it in I don't know how long. I haven't read a book. It's so fucking long.
I actually just got a new book because I was ordering my costume on Walmart and I needed another $5, otherwise I would have had to pay for shipping. So I got the Darth Plagueis book. Yeah, for $8. And I'm actually kind of excited because I haven't read in a while, and I've heard that book is really good, and I'm just really interested in how Darth Plagueis and how he and Palpatine, and also it covers Maul and how Palpatine was training Maul as a Sith apprentice, but was secretly he was supposed to be just an assassin and not actually get taught the dark side, but then Palpatine does it in secret anyway.
Yeah, I have the first of a few. I have the first Thrawn book.
I heard that's pretty good.
Yeah, my dad read it and he said it was really good, so I want to read it.
Yeah, books are pretty great, but we have to go back to American Psycho before we switch topics because we have to talk about the best scene in the film, Huey Lewis and the News.
It's hip to be square.
Yes.
Why are you wearing a raincoat inside? I don't know!
Dude, it was so funny when he goes, The early work's a little too new wave for my taste, but when sports came out in 83, they really came into their own, both commercially and artistically. And then does the moonwalk with the axe.
Yeah, that's well, I mean, that's like the most iconic scene in the movie.
Dude, I know, it's so funny. And then he's like, and he goes, "Hey, Paul, what?" And he just charges at him with the axe.
Yeah, and he just cuts him.
Bro, that scene was so funny. And it perfectly illustrates him as a character, because he's like, you know, he's moving around. He's like, he's just casually talking about this album that he loves, and this like song "Hip to Be Square" is playing in the background. And then he just is like, "Hey, Paul."
Yeah, that was a crazy scene. I loved that the first time I saw it. I still love it.
You
It's
just
still
have
my
drunk
favorite
Jared
scene.
Leto. He goes, "Why is there a bunch of newspapers all over your apartment? Do you got a dog or something?"
Yeah, I love that part. Why are you wearing a raincoat?
Is that a raincoat? Yes, it is, Paul. He's like so enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, well, because he's getting ready to kill the guy. What can I say?
Damn, that's just Christian Bale, top 5 actors of the past 10 to 20 years. And yeah.
Yeah, all right. Moving on. It's back. It comes around every year. It's almost as good as the gift that keeps on giving. Call of Duty Vanguard is out. The new Call of Duty. Hooray. What are your thoughts?
I've bought every single Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare in, what was 2014?
2014 was Advanced Warfare,
so,
yeah.
I think this is the Call of Duty I've seen the least hype around, by far.
I literally have not even seen gameplay.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the trailers. I have no interest in it. And I feel like I would usually, you always, like, on the internet, you just see a lot of buzz around Call of Duty, but I've seen nothing. I've seen way more buzz around Halo and Battlefield 2042.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really pique my interest. I mean, maybe I'll buy it. I'm considering it.
I heard the multiplayer's okay, and then the campaign and zombies are not that good.
Yeah, to be honest, okay, campaigns are always kind of the same anyway for Call of Duty.
They peaked in Black Ops 2, and it's been actually no.
No.
The Advanced Warfare campaign was pretty fire with Kevin Spacey. I can't lie.
Don't even talk to me about when Call of Duty campaigns peaked. The only one you've played is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
And I'm perfectly okay with that.
Drama alert! I'm calling you out right now, live on the show.
No,
you have not played. You can't tell me it peaked in Black Ops 2. You've only
to be
played
fair,
Advanced Warfare.
I've played the first couple missions of Black Ops 2.
Yeah, Black Ops. It's not the best campaign, but it's really good.
Well, what do you think is better?
Modern Warfare 2.
It's
the action one. That's the most over the top one. That's what I like about it. Black Ops 2 was definitely like it's the same era. That's the golden age, you know? It's like the renaissance of Call of Duty where it's past its like dark ages with the really old World War II games that were kind of, you know, they were good. They were revolutionary, but they weren't like, you know, they weren't no Modern Warfare 2. They weren't no Black Ops. You know what my favorite thing is about the first Black Ops game?
What?
You've played it, right? You haven't played the campaign, but you've played it. Have you noticed that every single gun has the same explosion sound effect? Literally every one of them.
Really?
Yes, they used one sound effect for all the guns.
That's pretty funny.
It's my favorite thing. Well, sorry, no, they just changed the pitch of it for like the shotguns. It's the same exact sound, just copy pasted onto every single gun.
Save some money. Why not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's what Activision needs. They need to save their money. They can't just be blowing it.
It's just like, I don't know. I'm not going to say the game looks horrible because I honestly don't know because I haven't seen any gameplay for it. But it's just like, World War II again. It's like, and I think I know why because this is a Sledgehammer.
Yeah, and they want to do World War II too.
Well, no, because Sledgehammer was supposed to release a game last year in terms of the three studios switch every year. But they didn't have a game completed, so Activision got mad and was like, no, all right, Treyarch, you're going to do it, and we're going to release Cold War. And Cold War wasn't completely finished either, but it apparently it was more finished.
Was it really not completely finished when it came out?
But it apparently was more finished than whatever Sledgehammer was doing, and then they just bring it back, and it's literally like just World War II too. What?
All right. We got to take a rewind though, back down memory lane.
The good Call of Duties.
No, the best Activision games to ever come out. What were they?
Destiny.
Skylanders.
Of course.
Oh my God, it's the best game. Look at this. It's not even really is it a platformer? What is it?
I don't know.
It's like a dungeon crawler.
It's like own type of game.
It's like a dungeon crawler, but if you want a different ability, you have to buy a $15 toy.
Dude, those I have so many of those things. They're so expensive though.
Dude,
It's sad to
the
think.
first game, I literally had almost all of them.
It's sad to think. Yeah, same. But it's just how much money was just
Yeah. Oh yeah,
spent
they made
and
a
wasted on those little toys.
killing. It's like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? So I want the $50 3-pack of them.
Yeah, basically.
Because when you're that age, you don't have a concept of money. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want the new Skylanders.
And
Dude.
I played through that first game multiple times.
You know what oh, me too. You know what the best part is though? They're worthless now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like nobody is buying them.
No one would ever pay for them now.
No,
and I also played Disney Infinity, which is the
Disney
Disney's
version of
copy of it.
Skylanders.
And I have a ton of those too. But like, dude, those games are just they're so scammy.
They really are. It's like
They're just taking advantage of kids.
They're like, hey, guess what? You gotta. It's all it really is just a QR code.
You know what's even more scammy than that? I'm calling out Nintendo. They're stupid amiibos. You can't even. You gotta like use them in some games.
Yeah,
Like, I get it for the.
Okay. Here's the thing I will use to defend amiibos though. No matter what, in every single Nintendo game, amiibos are optional. Skylanders, the only way to play the game was to buy these toys, unless you wanted to play through the whole thing with the 3 figures it gives you when you buy it, or Disney Infinity. It is a gameplay mechanic. Amiibos in Nintendo give you like little bonuses, or like you can train them to be you can train them to fight like you do in Smash Bros or something like that.
All right.
But it is not like the Skylanders.
I'll give Nintendo that, and also with
and
the
that's why Amiibos are twice as much.
With Skylanders, no, they're the same price. With Skylanders and Disney Infinity, you had to pay like $130 just to get the game, because then you had to buy like the whole console with it.
Yeah, because you get the $60 game, you get the $30 portal, and then you get 3 $15 action figures that are just QR codes with weird stands.
Okay. But have you played Lego Dimensions?
Nope.
I have.
Yeah, how is Lego Dimensions? I know they had like all the different packs for like Portal and Scooby-Doo and all these weird non-Lego branded, or not previously Lego branded franchises.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's because you had like all the different Lego themes kind of like coming together. And to be fair, it's still a scam like every other one of those games. But at least you got to build the thing that you would put on the portal.
That's true. Yeah, because guess what? Here's a really expensive toy, and we just jacked up the price because it comes with a QR code that our little portal reads.
Yeah, basically. But those games, they may be a scam, but they're classics.
Oh, and Skylanders. I remember when that game first came out, I got it for my Wii.
Oh, the Wii.
On Christmas,
that game. Wait, that game came out on the Wii?
Yes, that was what I played it on, dude. The motion controls added a whole nother level. And I played Skylanders on the Wii on Christmas, the year it came out, and like, I don't even want to know because it's going to make me feel old. Dude, trigger happy all day. The little cat with the guns. He's the best character.
Yeah, he is a pretty good one. I'm trying to remember. I upgraded like to get like the highest, like you get all 3 of their moves.
Yep.
I did that with Spyro, obviously, because he's the main character, but I did it with a bunch of other ones too.
Spyro, the main character who they cut out in all the other games.
Yeah, he's just in the first one. Just they needed some name brand recognition on the first one, so that's why they threw him in there.
Yeah, because toys that become a video game isn't marketable enough to 8-year-olds.
Yeah. It's Activision. They're always trying to put name brand. That's why they do Call of Duty every year.
Yeah, that was my theory, is that because you know that you had to market to the age group that was younger than the Call of Duty's 12-year-olds. So they're like, all right, they just release on alternate years. We go, all right, Skylanders, this pays for the Call of Duty game. Call of Duty game pays for all of it.
Oh, dude, those games, they make so much money. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody plays them, and I don't know why.
Like an opening weekend, the amount of people that buy, that's like they can make over, at least on like the top Call of Duties, have made over like, I think over $600 million in just one weekend of the game being for sale. And like compare that to like a movie, which is lucky to make $600 million after being out for like however many, for being out in theaters for 6 months. It's lucky if it even gets to that. And Call of Duty makes that all in one weekend. And like with a movie, like the studio only gets like half of it versus Call of Duty, which will get, well, if it's on like the online store at Microsoft or Sony, takes a cut. But other than that, if you like buy the disc, they get 100% of that profit.
Yeah, that's true. You talking about Call of Duty and their revenue, it made me think of a little short topic that we could talk about, because I want to know your opinion on it. because I have a strong opinion on it.
Let's hear it.
How do you feel about games as a service, like Warzone, where it's free, but you buy stuff, and there's all these microtransactions, but also it's free? Like, you don't lose anything from playing it, but I feel like the game's quality is not the same.
So, like, we have Warzone, Fortnite, Apex Legends.
Yeah, there's, like, Valorant.
True,
which
Valorant.
is free to play. But the other thing is Far Cry and the all the Tom Clancy games, well, not Rainbow. Those are both about to become a free to play game as a service that they're just going to basically release Tom Clancy's Rainbow and Far Cry, and they're going to be free to play service games, which I don't like.
Wait, Far Cry?
Yeah, Far Cry, at least from what one of my friends told me, not a first-hand source. Ubisoft Far Cry 6 is the last, like, Far Cry. They're not making another one after this. They're going to make one, and it's going to be Far Cry, and that's it.
I don't know, that's weird. I feel like those games don't lend themselves to being free to play.
Yeah, I don't know how they would do it. I pray to God they don't, because I like that series.
Yeah, but, like, it's like a single player experience. Like, you can't monetize that in the way you can with, like, Fortnite Warzone, because you're just playing a bunch of games in multiplayer, and then you can get skins and, like, camos and whatnot.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know how Battle Royale is still alive.
No, did you see? Well, a lot of the Call of Duty streamers were saying how they want the new Halo to have a Battle Royale, because obviously they want to stream a Halo Battle Royale. So that it started an argument online whether or not Halo should be focusing on that, which I don't think they should, but...
Alright, Halo shouldn't focus on that. But if one goddamn shooter game caters to it, it's Halo. Halo is arena combat anyway. Either way, you spawn in, you start with your assault rifle and magnum, and then you go around and you pick up guns on the map anyway. It would just be a larger scale version of that.
No, I want one.
And instead of having a shield all the time, you just have to pick up the shield. It's a Halo caters far more to a battle royale than Call of Duty does to me.
No, of course. I really want a Halo Battle Royale. It's just I feel like they should make that later. Make sure come out with the game first.
Don't make it a priority.
Yeah, come out. Make sure you get co-op campaign and Forge in there, because we're not getting those till later. Make sure you have everything in the game. The game's running well. It has support, and then you release it. And now it's extra bonus content.
Yeah,
because the game,
and it's free.
Halo's free. Well, just the multiplayer for Halo is free to play.
I know. You drop a battle royale on top of that, you're only growing the audience.
So you're only paying $60 for the campaign, which, to be fair, the campaigns are amazing.
Yeah, Halo, my favorite campaigns out of any game.
We're gonna on a different episode. We're gonna have to go into Halo, but it's just another example of more and more games going free to play, because Fortnite showed you can make way more money off of it. It introduces a lot of new players that you wouldn't have had otherwise, and especially if they're, like, as we said, kids don't really have the best sense of money and financial things. And like my brother, he spent over $500 on Fortnite.
Yeah,
just from he asked for like Xbox gift cards for Christmas and whatnot, and he's so much money because he did it through my account on Xbox, and I would constantly get emails.
You have all the skins.
I would constantly get emails about $10 here, $15 here, $20 here, and it adds up.
I hope your credit card wasn't tied to that.
No. He had to get the Xbox gift card added to the account, and then
you would have been in deep shit. That would have been bad.
Yeah, I'm very happy he didn't do that. But like obviously now he's a little older, he doesn't do that. But like he did when he was like.
That's true.
Like 8, 9.
Well,
10.
yeah. Well, you're a kid. You don't understand this, and it's not like going to a store and buying something. You click a button that says yes, and then you buy it.
To be fair, it's adults too. You've seen like some of these streamers who literally buy every single skin that comes out. Yep. Every single one. $20, $30, doesn't matter. They buy it.
Oh my god. You want to talk about stealing? Beyond even the Skylanders, Fortnite skins being $20?
I can't be mad at it though, because it's not like you're paying $20 on top of a $60 game. I'd be mad about that.
That's true.
Because it is optional. It does not affect the game in any way.
If you buy 3 skins for that game, you've just paid them what a AAA game costs.
Well, exactly. That's why everyone's going free to play. But the thing I love about because they have the season pass, like once the season's over, that's gone. In the Halo Infinite season pass, you keep it forever.
Yeah.
Even if the season's over, you can still unlock stuff in that old season pass.
Yeah,
it never goes
they're
away.
going to run it the same way MCC does, because
I
that's
know.
perfect. It's
No,
guess what?
It makes it way better.
Guess what? You want to get all the Halo Reach stuff, even though that was 3 seasons ago? Go ahead, just spend all your levels on that.
I don't think it's going to be the exact same, but I think it's just once you buy it in Halo Infinite, you do keep it even after the season expires, so you can still like level it up.
It just keeps progressing until it's full.
Yeah.
You get your money's worth out of it.
Exactly.
Either way, if you play it enough, you will reach tier 100 of that season. That also means you don't need to buy the next pass if you don't want it.
Exactly.
You can keep unlocking on the old one.
So, Halo Infinite actually looks pretty promising, and I'm very excited for it. I'm not excited for Call of Duty because
same old garbage.
It doesn't look that much different. Like, I'm sure the multiplayer is fine. It's probably just another Call of Duty multiplayer that's not really... They didn't innovate. They didn't do anything new. Same old, same old. But we haven't had a Halo game in 6 years, and I have not been excited. I have not regularly played Halo since Halo 4 on my 360.
When was the last time Call of Duty innovated?
Well, maybe Call of Duty 2, Big Red one.
Yeah, Big Red one. What, Advanced Warfare, where they copied Titanfall with the double jump? And all it did was make the games worse for a few years?
I still like that game. And Black Ops 3.
Yeah, I know you still like. I still like Advanced Warfare, but it's a terrible game.
It's not terrible.
No, it is
Blasphemy.
It is objectively bad.
Blasphemy.
But it is a fun game.
It is not bad. It is mediocre.
You're right. You know what?
It's not a bad game.
It's not World War II, so we can't be that mad.
It is an okay game that I really enjoy because it was my first one.
That's fair. That's fair. You didn't get to be in the prime like I was with my first game being Black Ops 2. I got to be.
Okay, to be fair, Black Ops 2 was my second game. I still played that on the 360.
Yeah, but I got to be one of the squeakers. I got to be
rough.
I got to be one of those 12-year-olds that would get really mad for being bad at the game.
That's rough. Hopefully you weren't in game chat too often, I hope.
I'm not even sure that I realized my mic was on. I'm pretty sure that I just talked to people without realizing it. I was 12. What am I supposed to do?
That's
I didn't
true.
know. I was stupid. Well, I have to say, on this November 8th, we've got birthday parties to get to and block parties, and John Cena's having a party down the block for ice cream. It's an ice cream social at John Cena's house.
At John Cena, it's actually in Ohio, right down the street.
Yeah, it's right down the street in Ohio.
We're just gonna walk down the street to Ohio.
It's right on Shitberry Lane.
What a great place to be, honestly.
It's the best place in the world next to Disneyland, I gotta say.
Yeah, but, before we go, there's only one thing I have to say that everyone here should remember. It's hip to be square.
Well, I can't hold you there, AJ. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening on this fine holiday.
See ya.
Here they come now. Watch out, folks. Now get ready for the Moon Bear Shuffle.